Sponsored by Ukrainian Credit Union. Believe it or not, it's Ron Kahut with Stay Ukrainian, my friends. We're Cossack children of history. I'm in the library at it's apropos that we're in the library. I'm speaking with Irina Rybalka, from Uno in Hamilton. You grew up there.
I did.
Danced with Chaika. Still, you don't, not anymore. You don't have the time now. No. Sang with Chaika. Grew up in the organization, and this is an epic interview because this young lady has not. She's not simply, won a volleyball tournament, which there's nothing to be said against that. But I'm speaking with someone now who is going for her PhD. Through her research, she's discovered something with diabetes that is revolutionary in that the whole world is paying attention. Irina, how are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Oh, believe me, it's my pleasure. You're getting your doctorate.
Yes.
In?
Molecular medicine.
Of course. Of course. See, I have a master's in music. She's getting a doctorate in molecular medicine. How far away are you from getting your doctorate?
Hopefully around a year away.
Wow. You've been in school forever, haven't you? Does it feel like it, or you still enjoy it?
I still enjoy it, yeah. It's exciting. Every day is exciting, so it doesn't feel so terrible to still be in school.
Now, your dissertation for your doctorate, will the subject matter be this research you're doing?
Yeah.
Well, please explain the research.
All right, so diabetes is one of the most prevalent diseases in the world. It affects over 4 million Canadians, 1.5 million Ukrainians, and over 600 million individuals in the world. And one of the complications that occurs because of diabetes is an impaired ability to heal wounds. So a scratch or a cut or a little mark on your foot because of a shoe that doesn't fit properly can actually turn into a chronic non-healing wound that requires amputation. Diabetics are the #1 population for amputations in the world. Over 70,000 diabetic amputations happen in North America alone each year. So despite advances in the medical field in the last little while, these amputations still occur. So my research is focused towards discovering treatments or therapeutics to expedite healing, to help healing in diabetic individuals in order to avoid this amputation.
And you have discovered something.
Yeah, so I've actually worked with a compound in the last few years that has facilitated wound closure so that the wound can close quicker and that the cells underneath the surface layer of the skin could heal. Yeah.
Is this research out there now? Is notice being taken?
Yeah, so I've published this research in a pretty substantial scientific journal, and I've also spoken with a couple of drug research development organizations in Canada about this finding. So pretty exciting, I think.
Isn't it though?
Yeah.
And all before you're well before 30. I mean, this is incredible. I mean, it's something I'm looking forward to one day. Hearing your name mentioned for a Nobel Prize in either medicine or anything. When you discover something like this, I mean, this is a major thing. I know many people with diabetes who have, in fact, and comedians make jokes about it, I've got, Oreo toe and things like this, but it's a major deal, and it can be just from a shoe not fitting properly.
Absolutely, yeah, the other thing that makes the wounds worse is that a lot of the time nerve damage occurs in diabetics as well. So that wound may not even be noticed by the individual. So getting healing to occur as quick as possible is absolutely important. Now,
is there diabetes in your family that made you go in this particular direction?
No, not in my family, but it's such a prevalent disease right now, and there are so many people in the world affected by it that I think that it's exciting for me to work on it because my work could potentially help millions of people around the world. And yeah, it's really exciting to be able to try to make my mark on the medical field. I love research. Yeah, I like that. I like the implications of research and how widely research could affect the population.
No kidding. This is going to be another question off the topic for a moment.
Sure.
I recall a few years ago, you won some kind of a contest or something, whether it was modeling or something like that, and you received as one of the prizes this incredible shopping spree. Okay, now it's certainly because you are so terrible to look at. But what was that? If I can't remember.
It was the It Girl for Lulu magazine.
That's too bad. It must be terrible going through life with so much boredom. So by 26 you'll have your doctorate.
I hope so.
You're going to do a dissertation. You have to defend this dissertation, and the defense of the dissertation is about your research, which has already been proven that it's in the right direction. So, when you go up in front of the board, as I had to do for a master's, but what are they going to say? You could be wrong, and you can just say, well, you could bite me. I mean, come on, how could we be wrong? Have you begun the paper?
Yeah, I'm working on a few other papers to sandwich together to make my thesis. So yeah, I've definitely begun. It's a daunting task for sure.
It's a daunting task. How did you find time to get great marks in school and dance and sing? And what else? Did you play the bandura? Come on, what else did you do?
I danced a lot. As you said, I danced with Chaika for my whole life, and I now dance for another dance group, Kalina, out of Hamilton. And I don't know, you just find...
Oh, so you're still dancing because you've got all this
Yes.
free time. Absolutely. Absolutely.
You just find time for the things you love to do.
Well, I see all the time. I see at functions there all the time, whether it's the comedy cabaret, whether it's Malankas, whatever. And it's nice that an Una girl, a nice Ukrainian girl from Una, has done something this. What's the word? It strikes awe into me because first of all, to be able to have the wherewithal to apply your knowledge toward some sort of an end in research like this and then achieve it. I mean, you're far from done with this research, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I plan to continue it for a while.
So far you've developed something that will aid in the closure of the wounds.
Absolutely.
So that's healing, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good thing. So they can keep their foot.
Yeah, hopefully.
That's a good thing. You should get some nice presents at Christmas time for people that get to keep their foot. Well, God bless you. There's nothing more I can say. I would like to say on camera, though, that of all of the interviews I've done in the years I've done this, this is probably the greatest for me, because this achievement is going to affect the world. Sponsored by Ukrainian Credit Union. Believe it or not, it's Ron Cahut with Stay Ukrainian, my friends.
We're Cossack children of history.